Join us as we dive into the legend of the Jungle Hawk and take an inside look at ride theming and decor on this episode of Rapterra Report. The King's Dominion maintenance and operations team are currently working to make sure that the ride is fully commissioned and ready for opening day. In the meantime, construction teams are working to add those final elements to the ride that really bring the story alive. Speaking of, we had the opportunity to sit down with members of Six Flags Experience and Design Studio to talk about how all the theming components and all the decor comes together to tell the story of the Jungle Hawk that Rapterra is based on. Let's take a look.
Rapterra extends the Jungle X story that we started several years ago here at King's Dominion. The Way Foundation has found another one of these temples that celebrates an animal that is living within the region and allows visitors to momentarily take on the power and take on the experience of being that animal. So the Jungle Hawk is another creature. If you go out to what we call Flat Rock, which is this labyrinth that's in the center of the Jungle X base camp, you'll see that it's lined with a bunch of different animals. These are the symbols of the animals that represent the various temples that are in the land. And so the Jungle Hawk is just one of those. It's a fierce predator that was celebrated by these ancient peoples, and they built this temple to it. We actually selected the wing coaster because we felt it was the coaster that fit our story as we were looking at the various animals that we wanted to bring to life. We had put down some symbols ahead of time, and so looking at some of those animals, we knew that if we leaned into this winged coaster, that would feel pretty good. It's new for the region, really exciting coaster. It's a fun experience, and it really would help tell the story or kind of continue the story of Jungle X.
We also toured the construction site with Paul Bonifield, a designer from the XDS team. First up, we explored the entrance plaza to the ride. The entrance for Rapterra begins at the Research Center portal.
As a guest, you'll walk through this way. This area will be all caged in. We'll have a bulletin board, we'll have different shovels and gear, different things that you'll find on our archaeological dig site. As you pass through here, then you get the grand reveal of what the attraction looks like.
Along the pathway, there are obvious nods to the history of the park, like the massive caldera crater left over from the collapsing of the Mount Inferna volcano, the location of the Jungle Hawk Temple.
So what we're looking at here, this will be our Jungle Hawk Temple that you pass through, but it's going to be the ruins of our big giant bird statue that has since toppled over. So as a guest, you're going to walk through this tunnel here to the side 2 of the platform. You're going to head up these stairs here. You're going to pass by some of these jungle statues, Jungle Hawk statues. And the station design is made up of this scaffolding structure that is our temporary dig site to help preserve these statues as we do some research.
The Rapterra launch passes through the rubble and remains of the once proud temple. Arches with ancient writings, markings, and symbols of the legendary Jungle Hawk span over the ride's launch as guests accelerate to 65 miles per hour on their way to the 145-foot apex over the Jungle Expedition Midway. The exit for Rapterra is a second jungle trail that leads back to the Research Center, where more Rapterra theming is incorporated into the decor and architecture. Here, guests can see photos of themselves in flight on Rapterra and purchase wares from the ancients to commemorate their adventure. The team at King's Dominion will continue to add finishing touches and details to Rapterra as opening day draws near. We look forward to celebrating with guests at the start of the season on opening day, March 29th. Season pass holders can join us on March 28th for a special pass holder preview night. Thanks for joining us on this edition of the Rapterra Report.